And they're off. Whittleson getting a little bit of a bobble off the big jump. Top three already away. A little bit of a gap to number 4. It's early on. These cars 2-wheel drive, large scale. It's 5th scale size. Absolutely massive vehicles. These are. Second and third is our battle to look at now. Cars 2 and 3 of Vandenberg and Abes. Oh, and Whittleson gets it wrong. He's been passed by Vandenberg. 3-way battle, very tight for the lead. And Whittleson. Okay, no. Getting driven into by Abes, but broken apart naturally. So these 2, 3, 4, possibly 5 cars battling for the lead. Oh, and Whittleson gets it over. He's upside down. And he's stuck. And he's back on his wheels now. And he's driven straight into the path of another car. I think he's going to get a penalty there. I think Whittleson's going to get a penalty there, I think. So let's reset and look at this. It's just, I think this 3-way battle for a third now. Actually, 2-way battle for 4th. And again, no noise on the rostrum. Quite a lot of shouting, I'm sure, there. Whittleson going to try and work his way through. Let's drop back to that blue, the pink and blue car just coming out of the bowl. This is Oliver Whittleson. He's already made up 1 spot because the cars all ahead are fairly spaced out. So the battles have kind of spaced themselves out, but Whittleston well out of position now. And he's going to be working his way through. He's working on the number 7. He's just past the 6 of Millet. Thomas Kraus is the next driver in his sights, that green and white car. Oh, and Kraus goes off the track, so that is an easy position gained again for Whittleson, who lands on 2 wheels. The wind that they're driving into down that straight just a bit stronger now. Looks like Whittleson has actually changed his wing. He's gone to a full width rear wing instead of the middle cutout. So the next driver that he's going to be trying to catch up to is the number 4, Fabian Ritter, to get into the podium spots. Whittleson able to make it over that awkward double, just like Ian did. Oh, and he's over! He's over again! That is an absolute shame. I rarely see any of the cars go off at that point. So we're back with Whittleson. Now he's got all that work to do again to catch the number 6 car, 5th place, Danny Millett. So Whittleson running in 6th place at the moment. Our leader of Luke Vandenberg. Just on the straight now, I think. No. We're still following what Oliver. Sorry, Jude. I was just trying to verbally point out where our leader is. Many seconds ahead. So that's Whittleson getting past car 6 of Millet. So he is now up into 4th. So quite a bit of work to do though still. Car number 2 into the bowl. Car number 3 just going over the double in front of the driver's stand. And 3rd place also just gone over the driver's stand, the double. And now, so just to give a sense of the distance between Oliver. And he's making that double look easy with a 2-wheel drive. When some of the... Oh, and he goes over again! Losing several seconds there in 2 rolls. There are no other battles on track. Our leader just coming across the finish line now. Second place just coming over now. And third place just coming over now. Oliver's clearly, even with the crash, did a 40.5 second lap, which is faster than just about everybody else on track. So we're following the fastest driver on track. It's just he needs to keep it clean. If he can just have 3 or 4 steady laps, he'll be able to easily catch the car 4 of Fabian Ritter in third, who is the very next car ahead. Soon, Fabian is going to start feeling that pressure from Oliver. The Swiss driver. Make your own jokes about timekeeping. But Oliver, again, nice clean jump over that awkward double. And look at the time he's gained already. Last time around, the gap was 2.1 seconds. And now it's like half a second. That's how quick Oliver's going. Let's see what the gap is now officially. It is literally 0.9 of a second. And it's even less than that by the time I look back up from the timing screen. You could literally throw a beach towel over these two. So there's our battle for third, coming down the main straight. Into the first corner. Over the big jump. Straighten up the landing and run that berm tight. Keep it tight here. Watch that berm on the outside, Oliver. And then, going for the outside pass. And then, Fabian closing off the door there, going over the step jump. Coming over the double. A cleaner jump for Oliver there. And Fabian getting all wrong right in the berm. Oliver keeping it steady. Not going for the double there. And he does the pass. Look how easy that was. So that was a pass for third position. And we'll see that back again. Just Fabian going just a bit wide and straight underneath. So the next car ahead is the car 9. It's a lap car of Bercher from Denmark. Oliver now going around the off-camera corner. Fabian going to try to stay with Oliver. But, flipping over and making a mistake. So we're staying with Oliver, the pink car, because in a few more laps, he's very likely to catch the car 3 of Lars Abes. But first, he's going to have to lap the lap car of number 8, Ethan Leruzik. So there's 21 minutes left in this one. So one thing to note, remember, there is no refueling in this category. However, the cars are limited to Oliver getting a lucky bounce there off of a crashed number 8, I think it was, of Leruzik. So no refueling. However, they're limited in engine size to, I think it's 26 cc's. So they have a smaller engine than the short course, a much smaller engine than the short course. Are allowed up to a 32 cc. But the engine size limit for short course is 26. Four-wheel drives allowed to have up to, I think it's a 29 or a 30. I think it's 30. So it's, and Oliver goes over. He doesn't get that one. Catches him out, and now he's got some work to do again. And after referee Pedro telling me is to stay within the boundaries of the track, which is those red and white curbs. So even that tiny amount of short cutting, not supposed to do it. Pretend there's an invisible wall there that you cannot break. Remember, we even saw pole man in short course get called through for a drive-through penalty for doing something similar just in front of the referee. So even FRA board members are not immune to getting drive-through penalty calls. So Oliver coming down the main straight, keeping an eye out. There's still no main battles on track. Oliver running third. Okay, so now that he has lapped the number 9 of Boucher once again, the next car ahead, although it's about 10 seconds, the next car ahead is the second place driver of Lars Abes, and it's about 10 seconds, 10.012 seconds. So a lot of work to do for Oliver. While we're waiting on that, let's move forward to just coming through the infield, this white car with the yellow wheels. This is Lars Abes. Currently running second overall. And he's stuck, but he's able to get out of that. Good acceleration. Oh, and geez, that 0 of Churchill catching the top of that jump in a bad manner. So Abes, now let's see what the gap is. 8.2 seconds between Abes and Whittleston. So Whittleston, as long as he can keep it on the island, he will be making up about 1.5 seconds a lap. So that means within 8 laps, it's going to be, I can't do the math. What is that, about 7 laps? Which means about 40 seconds per lap. Plenty of time because there's 18 minutes remaining. Plenty of time to catch Abes. But every mistake means, every big mistake, if he flips over, it costs him 3 seconds, and that means it's going to take him another at least 2 or 3 laps to catch him. So every mistake costing laps and time. So you see that pink car that flashed past Abes in the opposite direction. That was Oliver Whittleston. Oliver running an Elcon. And Lars Abes looks like he's running a Trax. You can see the sticker on the side because, honestly, I can't really tell these cars apart very well. Actually, no, I think it is an Elcon as well that we're watching. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is an Elcon. Because the wing supports look the same, and apparently, if your eyes are quick enough, you can look at the back of a four-wheel drive buggy and see whether, and get this, you can tell whether the diffs are open or whether they have a cover, and that will tell you the brand of the car. So, unfortunately, my eyes are not that good, even on these larger, slower machines than the 1/8 buggies. 1/8 buggies, actually, you can catch the finals of those on the other live stream that is happening right now on RC Racing TV and EFRA. So we have 2 pairs, 2 sets of live streams happening. Live broadcast from Italy with the European Championships for 1/8 IC buggy. And of course, the one you're watching now, which is the large-scale off-road European Championships. And as we're following still Lars Abes, I'll just have a look and see what Whittleston's able to do. He's now, gap now is 8.6, so he's been held up a little bit by traffic and possibly made a mistake or two. So he's actually lost a tiny bit of time over the last couple of laps. But Abes basically running in free air as well. But now Whittleston is completely free of lap traffic. Absolutely no one behind him for several seconds and no one ahead of him for even longer. So while we're waiting for this to work itself out, I'll look for the car number 2. Just coming underneath us, Jude, is the green car. There, a Horman vehicle, it looks like. Those are a little bit easier to spot. This is the number 2 of Luke Vandenberg. So Luke running, he's 40 seconds ahead of Lars Albez. So that means he's about to catch and pass Albez. And actually, no, that's car 4 just ahead of him, of Fabian Ritter. So this is our current leader, car number 2. You see he's running spoked wheels on the front, and he's got a mark on the rear wheel to simulate a spoke. Just, I'm assuming so that Luke can tell how much the tire spin is, how much tire spin he's getting, which I think is a fairly smart thing. You can see it actually braking there, depending on the frame refresh of the camera. You might be able to see it. But when it comes to a stop or a very slow corner like there or here, you can just see that black mark. That's a mark, a pseudo spoke drawn on the tire, on the wheel, I should say. So we'll follow Luke for a bit, and we'll just see what Oliver's gap is now to Lars. Luke actually pulling away now from Lars. Whittleston now under 7 seconds behind Lars Albez. Still chasing, still putting on a hard fight. Try to catch him. Oliver starting in pole position. Falling off the track a couple times. Dropped back to 4th, worked his way into 3rd position, but still chasing Lars Albez. Try and get back at least into 2nd. At least he's in the podium spots. Theo Plant now taking over. Well, he's been in the 4th position actually for a while. So Oliver with a 6.1 second deficit to Lars with 12 minutes remaining. Just needs to keep it steady. Meanwhile, we're with the leader of Luke Vandenberg, running unopposed and unchallenged, pulling away from everybody. Almost just on the edge of flipping over there. Very high grip now. The sun has been baking the AstroTurf for hours. This is the second to last group of racers out on track. So now we have, I think between Lars and Oliver, it's now just under 5 seconds. Will I get a bit closer before we shift our focus to them? But this is our leader, Luke Vandenberg. Started 2nd, currently 1st. There's just 10 minutes remaining in this one. Well, 10 minutes, 40 seconds. It's a 30-minute race. These cars probably not in much danger of running out of fuel, which is a distinct possibility. Car 0 coming off the track. That is Kev Churchill, one of our British racers. The gap now between Oliver and Lars is 6.7 seconds, so Oliver either held up with the 2 cars of lap traffic that he's just had to pass, or made a slight mistake somewhere along the way. Meanwhile, still with Luc Vandenberg from the Netherlands. Lars Abes, also a Dutchman. Coming around the off-camera corner, you see those spokes drawn on the wheels, the rear wheels. So it looks like Oliver's gotten a bit closer to Lars. Not enough to start challenging him though. Just having to keep it steady. Still 5 seconds. So 9 minutes remaining in this one. 9 minutes. We're more than 2/3 of the race distance completed now. Another lap car down. That is the number 7 of Thomas Kraus from the Czech Republic. Lars Abes getting caught up with a back marker, so that might allow Oliver to catch him up by a second or two. Visibly closer. I think it's still only going to be about 4 seconds though. 2.6. So they're getting closer. So, okay, I think it's time to start focusing on our battle for third. Just coming towards us now on the big jump. This is car 3, followed by the car 1. The pink car, Oliver Whittleston. Getting closer and closer, overlap now. Settling down. What kind of pressure is he going to be able to put on Lars Abes? He's now 1.6 seconds behind. He's made up 2 seconds in that last lap. With clear lap between them, now Oliver has a bit between his teeth. He's absolutely going for it. There we go. We got them both in shot. 1.6 seconds between them last time around. It looks like it's just a bit less this time. I'd say about a second or so. The 1.2. Oliver taking the risky double line around the bowl. It looks like it's an easy jump, but obviously it's not. Oh, wow. Wheelie off the tabletop. Around the big corner. Going into the infield now. Very, very tight. Under a second for sure. Going into the Crazy Golf section. Off-camera corner. Paving slab S's. Over the finish line. Still 1.2 seconds. That's what 1.2 seconds on the track looks like. Oh, and Oliver gets it wrong but lands on his wheels. He's okay, but he's going to lose about a half a second there. Takes his time getting steady on that concrete launch ramp going down the main straight. So 1.3 seconds the last time around. A little bit farther this time. .5. Is he going to be able to? Ooh, is that not cutting the track? He was on the barrier on the curbing there. That might be actually the smarter way to drive it if the curb is included on the track width. So 1.5 seconds last time was the gap. It looks like it's a lot closer this time. I'm going to go for 1.2. 1.2. Ah, 2. He did go slower around the off-camera corner. Oh, and a perfect jump over the awkward double. Meanwhile, with 4 minutes remaining, we've still got Luke Vandenberg in the lead. So unless something dreadful happens. Oh, and there. Oh, no, that's not the pass. That's not a pass. That was a different car. A very clean number 7, Thomas Kraus, who was battling with these guys about 20 minutes ago, but now going to be told to step aside. Oh, and he does. Oliver, that costs Oliver a couple seconds there, to be honest. Really taking his eye off the ball there. So following Lars Abes in that mostly white with yellow wheels. Car number 3. Started third, obviously, in this 30-minute main final. So far, no fuel issues. 3 minutes and about 15 seconds left to go. Getting caught up with the number 9 back marker. That was Horcher. Now we have it 3 minutes even to go. So a bigger lead for Lars now. Meanwhile, Luke Vandenberg on his 46th lap. Sorry, 41st lap. So with 2 minutes to go, it's going to be a very tight battle between Oliver and Lars, if Oliver can get up there. Going to stick with these guys as long as we can. The leader's been caught up with some lap traffic. Oh, and Ollie goes over. He's stuck in the hole. I think that is going to be it for his challenge. Let's go to our leader, just about the green car, just about coming onto the straight now. Next car over the tabletop. This is Luke Vandenberg, one of our many Dutch racers here. Always have a lot of Dutch racers in large scale, whether it's touring car or large scale off-road. They love their large scale, they love their nitro, and they love their racing. And I've heard they love their beer and their barbecues. This here is Luke Vandenberg. Car number 2 starting second on the grid. He's basically been fairly unopposed for most of the race. Since early on, since just a few laps in. 30 seconds remaining. I don't think we're going to have any more changes in the top 3 positions unless something absolutely dreadful happens to either Vandenberg or Abes. So I think this is going to be Luke's victory lap. leading almost the entire race. Starting from second on the grid, and there we go. That is time, and there we go. Our new two-wheel drive large-scale off-road champion for EFRA from the Netherlands, Luc Vandenberg.